Yo, what's going on, guys? Koi here. Today's topic of conversation, while we wait for the next update that's coming at the end of this month, by the way, it is at the end of this month. It's going to take a minute because this is the month where they just don't do anything. Then they set up for like a major update. I think multiple major updates for the upcoming months because keep in mind, we're really close to like half Annie already or half anniversary. If you guys do not know what that is, half anniversary is what happens whenever a game has been out for about 6 months, and that's coming up actually. And I hope you guys are pretty excited for that because we had February, March, April, May, June, and then it comes out in July. So July 1st would actually be our half anniversary, and we're probably going to have major updates leading to the half anniversary, if not them extending what the June update would be into the next one. But that's not today's topic. Today's topic is um, a few things that I would definitely say could help the game in the long run, especially that need to change or that need to be set up in this game because there are just a few small tidbits, so a few notes you would say. And one of them, as a great example, would actually be to change the way that the build system actually works. I mean, I want to be able to take this composure reduction build for my green character, and let's say I wanted to slap it on another character that also does composure reduction and like Atomic Samurai, and I'd be able to switch the build between those two characters because both of them are breakers, both of them are characters that deserve a breaker build, and it's not exactly easy to remove every single one of these chips one by one. And if this video is entertaining in any way, shape, or form, don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below to stay notified on all future events in One Punch Man world. I keep all the latest news and I give it to you. All right. So that is just one of them. The other one is definitely one that I think a lot of people have been asking for, and it has to do with the memory creation system. And this is just like number two, I would say. The catalyst system needs to be introduced to the game already. It's been so long to the point where like a lot of people are even wondering why the catalyst system's in the game if they don't plan on using it. It's obvious that the catalysts are going to be a temporary item in order to use on building memory chips. So let's say I wanted a specifically this memory chip with better chances at getting Mind Reader, then I would use a catalyst. I would put the catalyst on and I would actually it would give me Mind Reader on that chip. Sure, I could probably waste it and get something like a purple, or I could get lucky and get like a, gold chip. Now, that's just one of the systems I've been pretty excited for. Sadly, we still don't have it. Another one is just please give us another way of getting like will chips. Will chips has been like a huge issue for I think almost everyone in this game, let alone the fact that will chips absolutely suck and there's no pity. Now, a will chip pity would probably be one of the best pities in the game and definitely help us get like level 3 will chips. Because keep in mind, a lot of us players actually build more than one character at once. So let's say I got, Lily. Look at all the characters that actually have something on them, and you'll see that I'm even building characters that I'm not even playing as of this moment, because it's easy to build characters if you know that they are going to need these specific pieces later on. So that's super helpful to actually build in future notice. Now, another one is this is just one that I don't think that anyone really understands, but the 50-50 system needs to go. Let me be totally honest here. From I understand that tickets are relatively cheap and they made it way easier to get silver, but to get a 50-50 is really freaking hard, especially if you just like you get unlucky and then the 50-50 system and the pity transfer doesn't work for like half the stuff in this game. So like let's say the next banner comes out, I roll the pity, I don't get pity prisoner, and then I get to the next banner and I'm supposed to be guaranteed the limited character because that's the way a 50-50 works. So then it would change obviously. But in this case it's just not. And that's bad because half the time a lot of people do get upset at the fact that um, the pity system is a little busted and it needs a little rework or some fixing in order for it to work correctly. And it is what it is. We'll just have to see. By the way, new banner coming up. I just don't know what it is. I think it's going to be a rerun banner. Uh, yeah, that's tomorrow's topic of conversation. Now, another one I would say that is probably going to get changed pretty soon is team commissions. Let's be honest, who's actually making money on team commissions? Like, I mean, who's making like solid, what do you call it? Solid amounts of like return to gain and just like only 3 missions. It's not a lot. You don't get a lot out of 3 missions compared to actually just being able to repeat it as much as you want, or at least make it use stamina. Let me be totally honest, I do waste my stamina quite a bit though. Uh, yep. What's another one? There was another one I wanted to cover. It was definitely having to do with the the event system. Yes. So serious training, I barely do it as much as the normal person would, due to the fact that it requires a lot of attention. And honestly, it's super dope that they do give you more based off of how much attention you do give this. But for busy people, this is like really hard to hit because you have to log in at least 2 to 3 times a day. Make sure you waste all your stamina. You're going to use up to like at least 2,400 energy, which is quite a bit of time, honestly. And I think that notching that down just by like maybe a couple hundred would be more beneficial to everyone here because not a lot of people actually just spam commissions the way I do. A lot of people don't even do hero allowance because that's another, side thing. A lot of people barely complete deployments or they forget to complete deployments, then all of a sudden like, they just don't understand what a deployment is. I don't know. Some people are weird. And then food. Why is food a part of this? That's just like a small critique of mine because I'm not a big fan of like food being in this game in general if it's not going to benefit me in a drastic amount. Like a 5% damage buff is nothing. Uh, Another thing is chat. Chats have been still broken. If I get a private chat from anybody, it doesn't work, and it'll just show their icon here. And the only thing that will go through to me is a team invite, and that's as far as they'll go. Group chats don't work. World chat deletes itself. Like, why does none of this stuff save, even though there's clearly people actually talking in the chat? The only issue is whenever, by the time you respond to them, and their little things up here at the top, everybody just like is gone because the world chat doesn't save, and that's just a really really tough one. Oh no, that's just another one. Let's see. Another one is definitely a lot of the stuff in the game that has to do with, I would say, arms. Arms are in a weird spot right now where I think that they're in arms and potential are both in a really weird spot right now because I think that neither of them honestly have been doing very good in the long run because you could have a bunch of arms and then you could exchange them, right? Exchange them in the shop. And let's say that you are doing that. Arms exchange. The issue with the arms exchange right now is the fact that they don't reset. So if they don't reset, then what are we getting beneficial wise by resetting the arms? I mean, how far is this going to go before this, resets? It clearly has not been a month because of the fact that everything else has happened in a month. You get what I'm saying here? Like everything else is already reset over the monthly period. And there's really no other reason to actually use just any of these other things besides maybe draw tickets. But even at that, to waste 50, I would never do this in my life. I would never do that. Because these are way more beneficial. Whether that be a character you have or a character you don't have, these are always going to be more beneficial to you. And if they don't reset, then what the hell is the point of even trying to get these arm files? Or let's say you have just like your end game player. A lot of like end game whales have a bunch of arm files that they don't use. And it ends up just going to trash, and no one ever uses it ever again, and that just sucks. Now, another one is definitely the potential system. If you do not know, if you get any potential beyond the original 6 that you do get for the character, there's no exchange for this. And the exchange for it just goes straight into the files. So if you don't know what the files are, that would be this character files. Are these good? Hell no. The only thing I get from this thing is like a freaking regular ticket, let's be honest here. Everything else here sucks. Like, everything else here sucks. Like, if you told me maybe I could get like a level 3 will chip for like 1,000 character files, that sounds way more beneficial than level 2 will chips, because these things are like so annoying. Or even a chance at getting a level 3 will chip. Like, get out of here. No one's ever going to spend notes on like, what, 10k? Oh, thank you for spending on a character. You got a duplicate of the 6 that you originally had, so we're going to let you buy like 20k worth of cash that goes away in like 2 freaking pulls. And I'll explain why I have such a gripe with the cash system, which is another thing I wanted to talk about, was memory re-rolling. We're all victims of memory re-rolling, let's be totally honest here. We all have that one memory that everyone re-rolls, and it just doesn't go well, and you just keep doing it, and 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 then you realize, wow, I'm broke, and this costs too much money, because this will go to, it'll start off at like 2,000 to 6,000 to 20,000 to 40,000 to 100,000 to 200,000, and then it stays at like 200,000. And keep in mind, they started adding soft caps to almost everything in this game, which means that deployment stuff is also getting soft capped in some ways. For instance, this system, they fucked with way too much over the past few patches. I don't know if anyone's noticed. They added a max system. They took away the max system. They realized the max system was working a little bit. Then after that, they put a soft cap. The soft cap slowed down the progress. The progress got slowed down. But if you're going to keep everything so goddamn expensive, then why are you going to get rid of our cash flow? You're not even supposed to be the first person to get 300. You're supposed to be the first person to get 300, because that's the way it works, or that's the way they potentially set it up. Is this one gives good credits, this one gives better credits, this one gives even better credits. But for some odd reason, the timing is off, the progression's slowed down, and it doesn't make any sense. I don't know if they like potentially wanted that to happen, but realistically speaking, it let's be honest here, the purple deployments reinforcement missions fucking suck already, and no one uses these. No one ever does these. These don't give you anything. These give you trash. This is a spit in your face, thank you for wasting your money on getting new characters type of feel. Because it gives you nothing. A few 10 EXP cards and then $1,000. Koi, it's potentially 2K. Dude, no. It's not potentially 2K. It is literally like 1,000 and some change. That doesn't even pay for half the freaking re-rolls that I normally do in this game. Now this, a little more beneficial. Look. Oh, look, I got 2K from completing a mission that it's already going to be on my way. You know what I mean? Of course I don't do these because I'm just lazy. I will do them, but it's just that I've just been sick for the past few days, and it's just really annoying. On and off. Very on and off, very annoying. Okay. Next system I wanted to talk about. Again. Okay. Sorry about that. I just been also tired. But that's cool. Okay, so another system I wanted to talk about was the fact that the shields is just a very minor one. A very minor critique. But shields fucking suck in this game. Like, buff this, please. Like, just like, they work, don't get me wrong. They work when you want to do damage. But survivability-wise, they fucking suck. Now, let me explain why. Because when a shield is triggered, it's equal to 12% of your attack, which could be a very high stat if you build a character correctly. It could go all the way to 10k if you really tried hard and you put it on like a potentially, like, obviously if we go all the way to 85, we could go down that route. But if the character's HP, which no one likes to work on, is no more than 10% of a character's HP, and 10% of the HP in this game normally sucks, where it's like 28,000, that's good. That's good HP, by the way. This is not normal. Normal HP is like, freaking 16,000 if you're running a full crit build. Freaking, it really just depends. Like 15 to 16,000, somewhere around there. These were more like a defensive builds that I built over time. But you don't want to build HP because HP doesn't benefit defenders. It's actually defense that helps defenders because you need to stay alive. And also, like, HP just has really bad scaling right now. So, like, we need this to be like 30% HP, or just get rid of the whole HP threshold and just say equal to attack. And just give it like 20% of your equal to attack. So it looks more beneficial to an attacker build. That was just my last gripe. That's just like the last thing I want to talk about. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Take it easy. Peace out, my dudes. Much love. Bye-bye.